Another week in my studio. We're on school holidays at the moment in Australia, so you can probably hear my girls having fun in the background, doing some skating. But I've got all these bowls I need to unpack. I'm still doing those bowls from my big workshop. You all right? So I'm just going to unpack the kiln. My bowls are still a bit hot, but I need to repack it for a bisque firing. I want to get some stuff done before Christmas, especially my gingerbread houses. So these bowls are still a little bit hot. I have to wear some gloves. I've just been for a swim. The girls have finished squad up for Christmas. Now we get a week off and then I'll get back into it. Had some fun just kind of glazing these some different ways. Separate them. Sit them in one another, which has been very helpful. It's good. Okay. Nesting set. Oh, sorry. This little bitty one. How cute is that? Now I just have to pack for a bisque. And houses, if you'll fit down there. You fit here? You're going to be too tall. Too tall, aren't you? Oh, bummer. Okay. Anything else? I feel like I'm missing some stuff. They look like gingerbread, don't they? Don't you reckon? I don't know what else to call them. Just
houses.
Houses?
Christmas houses.
Christmas lanterns?
Yeah.
Christmas house lanterns.
Yes.
Okay, but they look like gingerbread, because especially the brown ones, don't they? It looks like ginger. Ginger.
But they turn white after.
I don't know. They'll be this colour. That looks a bit like gingerbread.
And then once if they buy it and they eat it.
Oh, they'll know. Plus, they're not for sale. I'm just making them to see how they go. All right, done. Bisque, let's get that on. I have a little booklet that I like to keep track of how many firings, the date, how long it took. So I'm up to almost, actually over 40 firings this year. Maybe more actually. So I always do glaze, 1200 degrees, and I started it on, so I started on the 18th of 12th, because today's the 24th. All right, so it ran for 10 hours. This also just helps keep track of how your elements are going. Obviously, if it's taking a longer firing, that means you're burning out your elements more. But I'm looking still within the 10-hour range, which is really good. Anything over 11 hours, that kind of indicates to me that it's probably soon to replace the elements. All right, and now today I'm doing a bisque firing. And I'll write that down once that's finished and how long it took. Because my bisque firings usually take around about the 12 hours, even over. Glazed firing, I'm looking in between 10 to 11. Anything under 10 would be great. But yeah, it's a good indication that your elements obviously probably need replacing or looking at if it starts going over than what the usual takes your kiln to get up to temperature. All right, I'll leave my bung out for a bit till it reaches over 250 and then I'll put my other one in. That's just my preference, you don't have to do that. Especially with the bisque, it kind of just helps release all the moisture that's left over in the items. Just leave the bung out until it reads about 250 and then I put all of them back in to help get up to that temperature a bit quicker. All right. Always double check your program because you never know, you might have accidentally knocked a button. 100. We're going up to 980. That's my normal bisque. Just helps absorb the glaze a bit better if you just go a little bit lower. People usually go to 1000 degrees. I usually just like to go under 980. That's what I learned at uni and I've just kind of stuck to it. Done. Prepping for my last workshop for this year, for 2024, and I'm going to have January off just to have a bit of a break. It's also school holidays here, so I can't really get much done with the kids around. Plus I kind of just want to chill. I feel a bit burnt out. Trying to catch up on all glazing and that, so I wouldn't mind spending January maybe making some stuff, getting creative in that time, making my own things because I never get a chance to kind of enjoy making my things, or I have so many ideas that I never get a chance to explore those ideas because I'm always working on a workshop or something like that, or other projects. I wouldn't mind doing my own thing, so that's probably my plan for January. Hopefully I stick to that plan. Because you know, school holidays and it's hot here in January, so sometimes you just don't want to do anything. We're not planning on going anywhere. We usually go camping, but we're not this time, so we're just sticking around and having that time off, and I'll be back in February. I'm just trying to think of some dates as well that would be good. Might look at doing some more platter workshops, like public ones. I don't have any private ones booked yet for next year, which is normal because no one's kind of thinking about it. They just have planned all their Christmas stuff and Christmas workshops. So usually I get booked out maybe around about late February, March. People start thinking about their weddings and hens parties and what they want to do. So I've got most things done. I'm just prepping all the clay. So the workshop is today in at Newcastle. It's another private workshop for a group of 8 people, and they're making platters. So I like to give them 2 balls of clay, around about 400 grams each. They can either put the 2 balls together and make a bigger platter, or they can make 2 medium-sized platters, or they can make coasters or any like little trinket trays. That's the plan. So just easier to have 2 balls there instead of putting them all together as one. So they're not, might find it hard to kind of work with a big ball of clay, but I give them the option. But they make whatever they like with their clay. You get a mix of people making all different things. They might want to make something small, like a couple of little coasters, or you get the 1 or 2 people that want to make a big platter, but obviously I'm limited with how big they can go, with how long and wide, obviously, because of my kiln. They can't go more than like maybe 40 centimeters to fit in my kiln. But I haven't really had anyone make anything big like that, especially beginners. They get a bit hesitant, and it's just so big for them. Making something as long and worried that it's going to crack, so they just stick to something a little bit smaller. They're getting my So Keen Ceramics white speckled mid-fire 6 speckled. So it has like a speckle in it, which is quite nice. I hear that it's really good to throw with. I don't think I've thrown with it. No, I've only thrown with the other one. But again, I'm not a big thrower. But with hand building, I've got a mixed review on these personally. My first time I had this clay, it was way too hard and it took me ages to wedge, and then it just cracked. It just it cracked before bisque firing. So I wasn't happy with it, so I didn't get it again for a while, but I wanted to try it out again. And now this time the clay is super soft, so it's actually taking longer to dry. So when I want to make mugs out of them, I've had to kind of like put them aside to dry first before I build the mug, because they're just way too floppy and soft. So it is what it is, and that's actually been quite good. Haven't had much luck with handles. They seem to crack a little. Again, this clay is beautiful, and it's beautified and glazed, but you kind of really have to watch it. Compared to my mid-fire warm clay, the brown one, you can be really rough with it and just stick handles on, and it sticks really well, and you don't have to watch it as much. You know, I really have to kind of babysit this clay a bit, I've noticed. Which isn't a bad thing, you just have to make sure you attach the handles on properly and just pretty much check them daily. And I kind of put plastic, like cover them only for a short amount of period, then I'll let them air for a bit and then cover them again. Again, compared to my warm mid-fire clay, I don't have to cover them. They dry really well and it doesn't crack. This one is a bit temperamental. Make sure it's the right clay for you. I just unpacked the kiln for bisque firing. I was trying to unload it yesterday, but didn't have time, and also I just wanted to make sure that everything was cooled down properly. Now I'm just doing some glazing of these mugs that were in the firing. I've just glazed all the inside. Now I'm just going to get a bit of a clean up, and because it's a warm day, hopefully I can glaze them on the outside this afternoon. Usually I'll let them dry for 24 hours, but I really need to get this glaze firing in because I want to do my houses. My little gingerbread lantern houses. I don't know what to call them. My daughter made this, hey? My 8-year-old daughter. No help at all. Handle might not make it, but that's all right. She's pretty proud of herself. Hear that ding ding? That's the fire trucks. It's a tradition in Australia. Around Christmas time, all the fire trucks go around with Santa Claus in it, and he throws out lollies to all the kids. He's been doing it since I can remember, ever since I was little. It's always Santa in the fire truck. And the Grinch. There it goes. Grinch and Santa Claus, eh? Throwing out lollies to all the kids. It's pretty cool. At the moment, we are trying to grow some grass. So I've laid down some turf. Maybe shouldn't have put it down on a 40-degree heat day, but I think it's going well. And the husband is busy staining the awning. Isn't he good? Okay, I think I've fit as much as I can in. Got a couple of bowls in there as well. Still got all them to put in. But that will be after Christmas. Yes, definitely. things happening. Putting up my love swing. Getting some help. Husband's doing some work down on the deck. Down the bottom in my studio. Let's see what he's up to. Oh. Yeah. Good?
Perfect.
Our vine's gone strong. Oh. It's getting there. Keep going, keep going, keep going, all the way up there. Christmas is done and dusted, and now I need to get back to work. I've got a whole bunch of glazing I need to do. I really need to finish off these bowls from my big workshop and get them back to them early in the year for next year. And then I've got some platters I want to glaze, and then that's all my glazing. Oh, sorry, take that back. That's not all my glazing done. Still got some platters here that I need to bisque and then glazing, and they will be my last glazing, hopefully. And then I can take a break in January, work on some projects I've been meaning to get to. It's packing up. Packing up my mess. Some from some videos I just did on my Instagram page. Oh, okay. I do some more bowls. It's going to be really hot here at the moment. It's early morning. I want to get in here nice and early, get a firing going. First one in for the day is like your first pancake. Get the rhythm of it again. Ah, that's a fail. Low, that's it. Nice and easy. I rushed that last one.